Aaron Rodgers will finally win a playoff game at Arizona at Glendale. His first playoff game was in 2009 when the Green Bay Packers lost to the Cardinals 51-45 in overtime. His other prior playoff loss to the Cardinals was 2015-2016 when the Cardinals lost, or they defeated the Packers by a score of 26-20 for the Packers to finish at 11-7, and that's going to be very significant. Aaron Rodgers 0-2 in the playoffs at the state of Arizona on February the 12th of 2023 on a 12-3 day numerology is going to be 1-2 in the playoffs at Glendale at State Farm Stadium. He would win 1 out of 3 playoff games over at the State Farm Stadium at Glendale, Arizona. The amount of time from his second playoff loss at Arizona to the Super Bowl is the age of Bart Starr when he died. Bart Starr was dead at the age of 85 years old. At the video at the end that I'm going to link, I told you before, Eli Manning threw his 85th touchdown when he upset the Giants with under a minute left in the fourth quarter. Vince Lombardi used to be the coach of the Giants before joining the Packers. We know it's the Packers winning the scripted Super Bowl next year in 2022, 2023. That is because the amount of time that the Cardinals defeated the Packers for the second time at University of Phoenix Stadium, the Super Bowl would happen just over 84 months. The 85th month since Aaron Rodgers' last playoff game at Arizona, he ties Bart Starr, who was dead at age 85. Coach Vince Lombardi has Gematria of 85 and 157. The interesting thing to note about 157 is the fact that a particular date duration holds a lot of significance. 157 months from Aaron Rodgers' very first playoff game at Glendale, Arizona is when Aaron Rodgers wins his second Super Bowl ring. Because Super Bowl 57 is a commemoration of Vince Lombardi's 5 titles in a span of 7 seasons. Literally 13 years in a month from his first playoff game at Glendale is when Aaron Rodgers faces in a rematch of the Packers' 10th title. Because that was the year 10 on the 10th day that Aaron Rodgers played in his first playoff game against Arizona. 13 years in a month later is the matchup of championship. Championship is Gematria of 131. Now let me show you that game. So that was 26-20. The Cardinals beat the Packers in overtime of the last time they faced off at State Farm Stadium. Notice how the Cardinals won their 14th game. The Packers, their next championship would be their 14th championship as an organization. 51-45. The Arizona Cardinals scoring 51 points in that game, coming off of a win over at Tampa. It's the Cardinals that have Gematria 51. And the Packers would win Super Bowl 45. They scored 45 points in that game. There are 96 points scored in that game between the Packers and the Cardinals. The Pittsburgh Steelers has got Gematria of 96, and it may be the city of Tampa Bay, Florida. The city of Tampa Bay, Florida, that has Gematria of 96. So it shows you how scripted that game truly was. When the Cardinals faced off against the Packers, there were 90 points scored before overtime, and then, the Cardinals win in overtime. So that was completely rigged. That was completely scripted at that moment in time. 26-20 is 46 points. 26 points is the Gematria of Vince, how Aaron Rodgers can win his 26th playoff game to win his second Super Bowl championship. Carlos Dansby returned the 17-yard fumble in overtime of 2010. Carlos and Starr. Gematria 76 and 22. Dansby returned it 17 yards for the touchdown. It's Starr, that was the 17th pick. In his playoff career at Arizona, but his Rodgers statistics: 4 touchdowns and a pick in that first game. Aaron Rodgers, notice how he made it to the Super Bowl the next year, because Super Bowl has Gematria 41, and Bart and Rodgers have Gematria 41. But the second game, the one that went into overtime, Aaron Rodgers had 2 touchdowns and a pick. So in 2 playoff games at Arizona, it is Aaron Rodgers that threw 6 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. Tampa Bay Buccaneers is going to be when the Chiefs lose their next Super Bowl. After losing to Tampa Bay, the Chiefs are going to lose 24 months later. Seahawks are the last team to lose the Super Bowl at Glendale. The Bucs has Gematria 24. Glendale, Arizona, Gematria of 87. When Aaron Rodgers won the Super Bowl, he had a career total of 87 touchdowns before that playoff run for Aaron Rodgers. 87 regular season touchdowns before winning the Super Bowl. His next Super Bowl is going to be at Glendale, Arizona. And then 87 and 4 touchdowns in the playoffs from the prior year. Aaron Rodgers had 91 touchdowns entering the playoffs of 2010, 2011. Remember when Vince Lombardi, he went 9-1 in the playoffs as the Packers coach, before Aaron Rodgers won Super Bowl 45. Now let's go back to this date duration. 85 months later, Bart Starr dead at the age of 85. Aaron Rodgers' last playoff game at Arizona, just a little over 84 months later. In Gematria, the practice of coding letters and words into numbers. The Green Bay Packers are going to win over 84 months later. The Rams are the defending champion. Arizona is who they played in that game at Glendale. Arizona is hosting the Super Bowl. Arizona has Gematria of 84. AaronZONA. It's not Arizona, it's AaronZONA. It is Aaron Rodgers. It is AaronZONA all the way. AaronZONA is Gematria 42. The NFC's next Super Bowl win at Arizona since Super Bowl 42, which featured the giant upset. At that point in time, at Glendale, Arizona, we know that this is truly AaronZONA when the Packers win the Super Bowl championship. The playoff record for the Packers ever since the beginning of the Super Bowl era can be computed. So ever since Super Bowl 1 for the Packers, 5-0, and then 5-1, losing the divisional round at the Redskins, winning 5 of their first 6 playoff games as we enter the Super Bowl era. The Redskins, it's got Gematria 51. 5-1, winning 5 of their first 6 playoff games of the Super Bowl era for the Green Bay Packers. And then 56 Super Bowls later is the Packers-Chiefs Super Bowl rematch. That video will be linked at the end. It is very significant that in the first 2 NFL seasons, that 12-9 is 21, 23, 26. So 26 wins between those 2 seasons. That is significance of Aaron Rodgers winning his 26th playoff game with the Packers to win the Packers-Chiefs Super Bowl rematch. So that's 6-2, 7-3, 8-4. 10-5. The Packers were 13-5 in the playoffs since the Super Bowl era when they won the Super Bowl championship in 1996. That's completely scripted when they won with Brett Favre, because they won Super Bowl 31 Packers gematria of 31. It is uh, the Cowboys as gematria of 45 at the Cowboys Stadium was literally the next time the Packers were going to win a Super Bowl. And plus, the Cowboys won the prior Super Bowl before they won their third championship that year. So it shows you how completely scripted that was. And 13-5 in the playoffs ever since the Super Bowl era. Aaron Rodgers having gematria of 135. Aaron Rodgers would win their next Super Bowl. That's the whole meaning of that. 15-6, 15-7, 60-8, 60-9, 17-9, 17-11, 18-12, 18-13. The Packers were 22-13 in the Super Bowl era when they won the Super Bowl with Aaron Rodgers, because it is Starr that's gematria 22. Bart Starr. Aaron has gematria 22. The defending champion, the Rams, won the Super Bowl 22 years later. 22-14. 23-15, 23-16, 24-17, 25-17. 27-18. 28-19. 29-20, 29-21. Do I have that right? This was definitely 13-5 at the end of the Broncos. So 13-6. Yep. 13-5, 15-6, 15-7, 60-8, 60-9, 17-11, 18-12, 18-13, 22-13, 22-14, 23-15, 23-16. Whoops. Yeah, 22-14, 23-15, the 23-16, the 24-17, 25-18, 27-19, 28-20, 29-21, 29-22. So in other words, the Packers have played a total of 51 playoff games since the beginning of the Super Bowl era before they win the Super Bowl, because Tampa and the Rams were the last Super Bowl champions, and the Cardinals are hosting this Super Bowl this time around. They would enter the Super Bowl with 54 playoff games since the beginning of the modern Super Bowl era. Elijah won the last Super Bowl over at Glendale, Arizona. Cowboy Stadium was where Rodgers last won the Super Bowl. The 55th game for the Packers in the playoffs in the Super Bowl era is going to be over at State Farm Stadium, because State Farm Stadium has gematria of 55. 55 years later, after Bart Starr's second Super Bowl championship, is when Aaron Rodgers is going to win the Super Bowl. Guaranteed. For the Packers' 33rd playoff win since the beginning of the Super Bowl era. Number 30, then 31, and then 32, and then the Packers enter the Super Bowl with 32 playoff wins in the modern era, in the modern Super Bowl era. It's rematch with Kansas City. It's Chiefs that has gematria of 32. Win number 33, Super Bowl 57. The Freemasons believe in the power of knowledge. It is the G of the Packers helmet that is a symbolic Freemason logo, because it's a Freemasonic G. G as in God, playing the role of God with the hidden occultic knowledge. And planet Earth is what the Freemasons believe in. Keep in mind that it's Glendale that has gematria 33. Patrick has gematria 33. So 85 months, we know this is all going to happen. David Tyree was also number 85. The helmet catch when the NFC last won the Super Bowl, and Eli Manning's 85th touchdown is super significant. Matt LaFleur, hired on January the 8th, which is 1-8. The Giants were the last NFC team to win the Super Bowl for the Patriots to remain at 18 wins. And they'd win the Super Bowl just over 49 months later, 4 years and a month, because of the fact that this is a Bart Starr tribute to tie Bart Starr 55 years after his second Super Bowl championship. Bart and Super Bowl and Rodgers, 41 connection. And then for Coach Matt LaFleur, 49 months later gives us the gematria of Aaron. So, super significant thing to note. 6 touchdowns, 2 interceptions at Arizona for Aaron Rodgers. It's also the defending Super Bowl winning quarterback, Matthew Stafford, as gematria of 62. The Packers and the Chiefs played on the first loss for the Packers since they won the Super Bowl occurred against the Chiefs. This was their 14th game since they won the Super Bowl. They're going to win the 14th championship against the Chiefs. They finished the regular season 15-1 because the first Super Bowl was played on the 15th day of the first month. Number 15, Bart Starr, won that game. The Packers finished that season 15-2 after losing to the Giants. Patrick Mahomes having gematria of 152. Bart Starr threw 152 touchdowns in his career. That's the whole riddle. That's the whole significance of the Packers finishing that season 15-2 after their first loss to the Chiefs. Ever since they won over at the Cowboys Stadium. So, February the 6th of 2011, I can compute that relationship to December the 18th of same year, 2011. That was 45 weeks after Super Bowl 45. It shows you how completely synced up, how completely scripted it really is. 45 weeks later, how about that? And New England was the last AFC team to lose the Super Bowl at State Farm Stadium. And Super Bowl 45 was the first Packers championship ever since Brett Favre won. That was 14 years later. Another big clue. Brett Favre and Bart Starr have gematria 117. The Packers' record after they lost to the Cardinals the second time around was, you guessed it, 11-7. This 33rd win is definitely going to happen, synced up by the numbers. And this just means Aaron Rodgers is going to be 3-3 at the state of Arizona when it's all said and done. Over at Glendale. Because 1-2 in the playoffs, and then in the regular season, he beat the Cardinals week 17 before his first playoff game. Then 2015, he got crushed. And then, as you know, last year, Aaron Rodgers did win that game on October 28th of 2021. And to review, October the 28th of last year gives us, 67 weeks later. And the Packers and the Chiefs faced off in the year 67. In 1967, on the 15th day. 15 months, 15 days, Bart Starr, number 15. The 15th day was Super Bowl I. That's how completely synced up that game truly is. And then there's one more thing I want to leave you out with. Packers, Chiefs, head-to-head. Bart Starr died at 85 years of age. The Chiefs lead the series 8-5. 85 months later is when Aaron Rodgers will win his first playoff game at Arizona since losing to the Cardinals. 8-6 for the Kansas City Chiefs after they lose to Aaron Rodgers, because Rodgers, gematria 86, and a case for the greatest of all time. The greatest of all time, having gematria of 86. And if they're 8-5-1, well, the 15th game between the Packers and the Chiefs is going to be won by, well, not number 15, but in Aaron Rodgers' 15th year as a starter. He will get the win. 6-8-1 would be the record of the Packers against the Chiefs when it's all said and done. When it's all said and done. Andy Reid is 1-3 in the Super Bowl. LA was that Super Bowl one. LA was where the last Super Bowl was held at.